Hi everybody and welcome to the final game of the season. This is the Deathball League and we are here at the pit. Home ground of the Fire Pit Trappers. Clear favorites in this match. They face the high-grade Hawks. The teams have literally everything to play for a win, and the Fire Pit Trappers will be the champions. But if they lose with more than one goal, they will be relegated. So the high-grade Hawks have their backs against the wall. The Fire Pit Trappers is a hybrid team with the Demon trait. Sesra, the shooter, is back. She was injured in match number 2. Then they line up with 1 brawler and 4 linemen. They have bought 1 extra player. Unshak, the brawler, has leveled up. He is a grabber. Number 3, Raksun, is a pro. And number 4, Giskasu, is a defender. And then they have bought a team reroll for this match. The high-grade Hawks is a Wood Elf skill team without trait. They line up with Giuliani, the lineman, then 2 dodgers, 2 linemen, and then they have bought the shooter, Finella. She is new on the team roster. They have risked everything to get a win here in the final match of the season. So far, they have underperformed extremely bad. The team captains, Sesra and Giuliani, will roll off to see who will start this match. And it's a win for the Demons. They can risk to line up in the outer zones, but it looks like they will play it safe here from the beginning of the match. 2 activations for Sesra, and of course she'll go straight for the ball. She has a high skill, and she will get the ball easily, but not move that far down the pitch. The red demon, Raksun, is a pro, so he can reroll 1 die only if he rolls 3 activation dice. So he'll get a couple of activations and move up next to Sesra. Then Unshak, the brawler, the big brawl demon. He's a grabber, so he can move around with his targets. And it looks like the Demons will go straight for the end zone. A goal early in the match will most likely seal the fate of the elf team. But it's over to the elves. Now what will they do? They need to get the ball in their possession. 2 good activations. This elf lineman will move next to the demon lineman. He will try to attack him, but no good. 2 activations also for Giuliani. And he will move slightly to the left and attack. He will have the strength in numbers, so that's enough. Normally he would need a 4, but that's enough to not to slam the demon to the ground, but to push him back. So this elf lineman with 3 activations will be able to go in and attack Sesra. He has the superior brawl value, and with a roll of 6, there is no doubt the demon will be hit hard. And Sesra will go down and of course lose the ball. The ball will bounce, and it will go 2 squares in direction 5. That's right back into the arms of the elf lineman. Let's see if he can pick up the ball. He has a normal skill, and 4 is good, so he will take the ball and use his 3rd activation to move to the left side of the pitch, where he will keep a safe distance to the green demon lineman. Now Finella, 2 good activations. She will move on the left side of the pitch as well and get into the control zone of the demon. Finally, the dodger. 3 good activations. There is a really nice flow in the elf game at the moment, so the dodger will be able to go almost all the way to the end zone. It's the Demons again, and the green lineman will begin. He will fail his activation. Round number 4. And of course, the elf with the ball will try to activate, and it's another complete failure. It's the Demon's turn again. And the green lineman one more time. This time, he is way more effective. 2 good actions. The demon will attack Fenella. He will need a 3, so the first attack is no good. He will try again, and this time it's good. What will happen to her? It's a 10. She's knocked out. Now the demons flash their muscles. The newly bought elven shooter is knocked out. Luckily, she didn't have the ball. Ruck soon will once again activate, and he will move and intercept the ball carrier. The brawl demon with 1 good action. So he will move in the back field behind the elves, and Sesra will have 2 good actions. She will use the first action to get back up, and then she will also move down the pitch in a more strategic position. The blue demon lineman can move to and attack the dodger, and it's an 8. The dodger will be stunned. And 1 more move action, and the blue demon lineman will stop here. So the elves have to get out of this mess. They will begin with a lineman, and yet again they will fail. And this is what typically happens with the elven team. They come flying out, and then their game seems to fall apart. The demons also fail, so it's back to the elves again, and this time at least 1 good action. The elves have lost 1 match, and they have drawn 1. They have not tasted a victory in the first season of the Deathball League. 2 good actions, and the lineman with the ball will try to remove the demon in front of him. He will need a 4, so no good. So what will he do with his second action? Attempt to move and leave the control zone, or no, it's another attack, and still he's not able to remove the demon. So he'll stay where he is with the ball. And the elves will pass the turn to the demons. 1 good action, and the demon lineman will hit hard. A roll of 7 is enough to stun the elf, so he will lose the ball again. I could almost have predicted that would happen. The ball will land close to the still standing elf. And since the demons failed 2 activation attempts, it's the elves again. So 2 good actions, and the elven lineman will stand back up, and he will immediately hit back at the demon again without any effect. 3 attempts and only 1 good, so the elves will lose the turn now. But before that happens, this lineman will try to attack the brawler, and he will roll a 6, so a lineman will hit the brawler, and yeah, he will push him slightly back. At least he tried. It's back to the demons. Round 11. The demons have the chance to go for the ball. Sesra will activate first. 1 good action. She will not be able to reach the ball. Instead, the brawler will activate also 1 action, so they can... Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the brawler to pick up the ball. Instead, he will move here, and that will enable the red demon with 2 good actions to really hit and sandwich the elf lineman here with the strength in numbers. That will most likely succeed, and still they will not take him down. They will only push him away. Raksoon has 1 more activation. He will move and try to pick up the ball. Yeah, with a 4, he is good. He will pick up the ball, and he will move, and the elf will not succeed in the attack out of the control zone, so the demons will keep their turn and then lose it. 2 failed activations. Now it's critical. The elves will have to stop Raksoon with the ball, and with only 1 good activation, that looks more or less hopeless. The lineman will try to leave the control zone of Sesra. She will have a free attack, but she will miss, so the elf can continue movement and try to stop Raksoon. But the turn is already over. The demons will have the initiative, and they will lose it immediately. The brawler will fail 2 activation attempts. That gives the elves a chance to stop the demons. The lineman here will try 3 activations, only 1 good. So that will give him 1 attack. He will need a 4 to hit the demon, and he is on target with a 6. He will hit the demon, so he'll lose the ball no matter what. And what else will happen? Only a push. But never mind, he lost the ball. That was the primary objective. The ball will bounce 2 squares closer to the elf end zone. And it's the demon's turn now. So I don't know how good that actually was. But the ball is on the ground. The demons need some backup, so Giskesu will try 2 activation attempts and fail them both. It's the elves again. It's a really bad period for the demon team. And the elf lineman here, he's struggling all alone to get the ball, and this time he'll have 2 good actions. The ball is on the ground, and he's free to pick it up, and he is successful. He will grab the ball on his way, turn around, and then move straight to the center of the pitch, and he will continue to the right side of the pitch. He is determined to go to the demon end zone. 2 good actions. To the other lineman, he will move back and protect the ball. And the dodger here, 3 good actions. So he'll try to dodge out of the end zone. He'll need a roll of 3, and then he will be successful with his dodge. And he is good. And he will continue his movement and move all the way into the demon end zone. And then the elves will lose the activation. Now it's the fire pit trappers under heavy pressure. Sesra with 2 good actions. She is skilled, but she's also weak. They need more demons surrounding the elven players. Ooh, and it's a failed attempt. Sesra was successful, but she was the only demon in this turn to do anything. Now this elf has 1 good action. He will most likely hit Sesra, and he is good because of the strength in numbers. He'll only need a 2, and he will strike down the demon shooter. And now 2 good activations is all it takes, and the elves have a clear path to the end zone. I can almost hear the suffering from the elven fans. This is horrible. So close. Ooh, but the demons also fail. He will have another chance. It's round number 20. We're halfway through the match. And 2 good actions that will take the elven lineman to the end zone. It's a goal for the high-grade Hawks, and they take the lead. Fenella is in the knockout box, and she is ready to go back on the pitch. She'll line up 3 squares from the end zone. And now the elves have the lead. But it's not enough. They will still be relegated unless they can score 1 more goal. After an entire season of Deathball, could the championship and the relegations be decided with goal difference? We will see. We have half a match still remaining, and the demons are now moving. Unshak will move straight to the elves. He will forget about the ball. And Raksun will try 3 actions, but even with his pro reroll, he'll only succeed once. And he will not be able to pick up the ball. Already now, the ball is all over the place. 3 squares. In direction 8, he will kick the ball almost back to the elves. It seems like the demons are nervous at the moment. They went into this match playing to become champions, and now they stare into the face of defeat and possibly relegation. Well, it's too early to see that. 1 good action, Fenella will move. She will dance through her teammates. And now this elven lineman. 1 good action. he can move and try to pick up the ball. And no, both teams are really nervous. The game is a mess right now. One square, only the ball will bounce in direction 3, so it will land here next to the elves. That will still be difficult for the demons to reach the ball. And only one good action. And now the dodger can try, maybe he'll need a 3. And he also fails to find the handle on the ball. And this time 3 squares and it will bounce back to the demons. That's too bad. The elves had all the chances in the world to get the ball and they failed. Now Sesra, the demon shooter, has the chance. She hasn't had a huge impact on the game so far, but she will have one good action and she'll pick up the ball. And she will move slightly back with the ball. Now she needs some protection. The red demon lineman could be all the protection she needs. And the pro will have 2 actions. It's beginning to look like a demonic goal. And also 2 good actions from the green demon lineman. And finally the blue lineman, he will try 3 activations, only 1 is good. So he will move to protect Sesra, and it's the next round. The elves will have to stop the attack. A lineman with 1 action. He'll try to get behind the ball carrier maybe. They also have to remove the brawler, 2 good actions. And the lineman will attack the brawler. He'll have the strength in numbers. And yeah, he is good. Nice hit. Let's see what happens. It's a punch right to the face of the demon. He will go down. And with 1 more activation, the elf lineman will now put Sesra under pressure. And 3 more activations from this lineman. The path is clear. He will move to Sesra and he will attack with the strength in numbers. All he needs is a 2. So he will hit the demon shooter. And with a 7, she's down. The ball will bounce. And 2 squares in direction 3. That's right up to the other lineman. And he'll pick up the ball immediately. The ball is back in elven hands. They seem far more determined than they have previously shown in their matches. The dodger with 2 actions, he will sprint down the pitch. Remember, the elves need 1 more goal to be safe. And it's the demons again. Sesra will try 2 actions. She is good. She will use 1 action to get back up and a 2nd action to tackle the ball out of the hands of the elf lineman. And she has the higher skill. She is successful. She will grab the ball right out of his hands. And she cannot move or throw the ball, but she will keep it safe for now. And the other demons will try to position themselves as good as possible. The brawler is back up. And the green lineman will fail all activations. What now? Sesra has the ball, but she is very exposed. Elf lineman with 2 actions. He'll attack, and he has the strength in numbers. And it's another successful hit on Sesra. This time she will only be pushed back, but she'll still lose the ball. So once again, the ball is free and it will bounce. Only 1 square and it's right into the hands of the blue demon lineman. So can he pick up the ball? Yes, he can. But the elves still have their turn. So this lineman will move all the way around his teammate to put the blue demon lineman under heavy pressure. And one more action. He will also move close to the ball carrier. And now they have him almost surrounded. Now Finella. 3 actions and 2 of them are good. And she will also stop right next to the ball carrier. And the dodger will fail. So the ball carrier is surrounded. And it's turn 27 in this match, where one of these 2 teams will be relegated along with Sarasso's Shadows. The Brawler Demon has 1 action, and he wants to join the party surrounding the ball. 2 actions from the Green Demon lineman. He will move to Finella and try to hit her. And he is good. And she will be pushed. And Raksoon has been waiting in the elf zone for a very long time now. Maybe he's running out of patience. He will try 3 activations, and he is successful with all of them. So 2 move actions, and he will be able to go all the way and cross the center of the pitch. Sesra with 1 action. She could try to attack. She'll need a 5 to hit the elf lineman, and she is not strong enough. The demons will have to end their turn, and it's the elves. Finella will begin. 1. No, wait, there are no good actions. The elves will lose their turn immediately, and the demons will have to remove the elves to create a clear path for the ball carrier. 1 attack, and it's a good attack, and this elf lineman will bite the dust. So 1 elf is removed now, but there are still a lot of elves around the ball. 2 good actions from the Green Demon. He will use 1 to move, and then he will attack Finella. And it's another successful hit. The elves fall like dominoes at the moment. Now Sesra will try an attack, but she is more or less harmless. So some of the elves will still be standing, but now the ball carrier will try to activate and leave the control zone of the elf lineman. That will give the lineman a free attack. There are elves and demons all over. He will need not a roll of 3, but a roll of 4 to hit the demon. Otherwise, he will escape with the ball. We'll re-roll that die if... yeah. And it's a 4. He will strike him. Just as he leaves the control zone with the ball, he will go down. And the ball will bounce. It will potentially be very decisive where the ball ends. And it moves in direction 2, right back to the elf lineman. He will have a chance to pick it up. And he will pick it up. Only the demon brawler can activate now. And he will try with all 3 activation dice. 1 of them is good. He will attack. Yeah, a 4, that's enough. And a 9 is close to a knockout, but the elf lineman will be stunned, and Unshak will grab him and move him somewhere else in his control zone. This elf lineman is back on his feet. He will try an attack on the green lineman, but he must fight the red one as well, so he will not hit him. Finella, with 2 good actions, she'll stand up. And with her second action, she will try an attack. And yeah, she's good. She will hit the green lineman. And with a roll of 9, he is stunned. The lineman with the ball is up next. 3 attempts. And they are all good. So with his first action, he will attack Sesra, and what a hit. And she will go down, and that gives the elf lineman with the ball a clear path to the end zone. He will not be able to move all the way into the end zone, but it's so very close. The dodger with 2 actions will move close to him to aid him. This really looks like an elven goal. They will potentially take the lead with 2-0, and that result, exactly that result, will save the high-grade Hawks from relegation and put the Fire Pit Trappers from a position where they could be champions to a relegation spot. Drama. The Brawler Demon will push another elf lineman around, and Sesra will have 2 good actions, but she must stand up first, and then she can move. She will not be able to catch the ball carrier. It looks like the demons are about to panic now. A few of them are on the ground. Rak soon will perform an attack, and he will be able to slam down the elf here with a roll of 7, but that will not help them much. It's round 32, and all the high-grade Hawks needs now is 1 good action. And there it is. They will take the ball to the end zone, and they will take the lead with 2 goals. At this very moment, they are clear from relegation. The stunned players will stand up where they are, confused, and the Fire Pit Trappers will begin the next round. They will have to be on fire to do something about this result, and they will of course go straight for the ball and the end zone. The Green Demon lineman will have 2 good actions. He'll have to remove an elf first, and it looks like they mean business now. 1 action left. Will he go for the ball? Yes, of course, and he will pick up the ball. Giskesu is in possession of the ball, and he will sprint to the left side of the pitch, all the way up, right into the face of the elf. And they are in a hurry. Now the blue demon has 2 good actions. He can move and try an attack, but he will not hit hard enough. And now a 1-1 failure. The elves have the turn. The first one to activate is Finella. And she has 2 good actions, so she can move 4 squares right up to Giskesu, and then she can try to tackle the ball from him. And she can. With the high skill, she is able to take the ball away from Giskesu and take possession of it, but she cannot move any further. The other elves will have to do the job now. A lineman will try to activate 1 good action. He will attack Raksoon and he will hit. And what will happen? Raksoon will go down, stunned. The dodger with 1 good action and 2 failures. So that will be the last activation. And the dodger will join the group of elves and demons. But the elves have the ball. Unshak, who failed miserably last round, will have 1 good action and he will hit. And this could be bad. The elf will go down, and that will free up Sisla. What will she do? No. Instead, the blue demon will try but fail. Turn 36. And suddenly the demons are not so much on fire. They look more or less extinguished. This elf lineman will attack, and he will also hit a good roll of 5. And Giskesu will go down stunned, and that frees up Finella. And she has 1 good action. What will she do? The path is clear. Maybe she will try to throw the ball. That looks a bit risky, and she will reconsider that and instead move back. That's a defensive move, but who can blame her? And the lineman will immediately protect her. The Dodger will try with an action to attack, but he is not strong enough to do any kind of damage to the blue demon. Finally, we have the stunned elf lineman, and he will have two good actions. One to stand up, and then he will attack Sesra. And the brawler will help her, but still he will have to roll a 4, and it's a 5. He will hit Sesra and maybe take her down. He will not only take her down, he will also take her out. She's knocked out. What a hit. It's turn 37. It's now or never for the Fire Pit Trappers. They are 1 goal away to be saved from relegation. That's a completely different situation than they were expecting. And now they will play their team reroll. And that really helped. 3 activations. And Rock soon will stand up. He will be able to move and to reach Fenella. And he will also be able to attack her. And yes, with a smoking hot hit, Raksoon will knock out Fenella right out of the pitch. It's a brutal game. And the ball will bounce. Luckily for the elves, right into the square with the lineman. So he can try to pick up the ball. A roll of 4 is good. He will take the ball. So Raksoon slammed Fenella and she lost the ball. Somehow the elves still have it. The Brawl Demon tries all he can to hit the elven lineman, but so far his efforts are worthless. Giskisu will attempt activations, but he will fail. It's the elves, and the elf lineman with the ball has a clear path in front of him. He is not in anybody's control zone, but only one good action though. So he will run all he can, 4 squares, to get as far away as possible from his own end zone. It's turn 39. It's the final turn for the demons, and again, Raksoon will have 3 actions. He is so far away that he will attempt to teleport, and he will need a 5 that would have taken him all the way up to the lineman. Instead, he will have to use 2 actions, but he will attack the lineman, and wow, he will also knock him right out. Woo! 2 elves in the knockout box. The ball will bounce, and it will bounce right back to Raksoon. Can he pick it up? He is doing everything he can at the moment to win this game. He brutally knocks out several elves. He gets possession of the ball, but there is only one thing wrong, and it's the last turn. The demons will have no more activation. It's the elves again, the final turn of the game. For the first time in the Deathball League, the high-grade Hawks can taste victory. So why not slam a few demons on the way? The elf lineman can perform 3 actions. The first one to slam down the blue demon, then he will move to Raksoon, and he will have a chance to attack him as well, and he will hit him. And what will happen? He will also taste the pitch floor. This is all over. The high-grade Hawks has won the game. And they have not only won, they have won with 2 goals. The result that will secure them a spot in the Deathball League and send the Fire Pit Trappers directly back to the fiery pits from where they came. They will take 4 game points with them, and the player of the game for the Fire Pit Trappers will be Giskisu. Where there is smoke, there will usually also be flames, but the demons were not on fire today. They will disappear and leave only stinking smoke. The high-grade Hawks have not only prevented the Fire Pit Trappers from becoming champions, but they have also survived the Deathball League. They will gain 5 game points, and player of the game will be Fenella. And somewhere else, the Teniras Thunder Deathball team will gather and celebrate. They are the champions of the first season of the Deathball League. The final league table will show how close this was, and it will also show that we will have to say goodbye to Sarrasso Shadows and the Fire Pit Trappers. 2 new teams will join the league for Season 2, and the first team to be promoted into the Deathball League is the Saurian team Maxilla Moon. And joining them in the promotion to the Deathball League, we also have the Havoc team Dark Hole Horns. These 2 teams will compete in the Deathball League next season along with the 4 remaining teams. Thanks a lot for watching this Deathball match. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you'll join me for future videos.